Wrestling fans, thanks for clicking today's Dreaded Heroes report. If you didn't click this report, you screwed up big time. Hey, it's been rumored that the WWE Divas would work this year's SummerSlam pre-show match, but now the officials are kind of considering RVD versus Antonio Cesaro for the pre-show, and I think that's a mistake, but I think the reason they're doing that is they want to get some more publicity and stuff for the Total Divas show, so they want to get them on the pay-per-view, I would guess. Even though, now listen to me, WWE Total Diva reality show is scripted. From Monday's Raw the word is from Monday's Raw that Eva Marie is passionately hated. I don't know if I've been passionately hated, except for the last 2 or 3 wives, but boy, I don't know what she's done. I think it's her ego, probably, but anyway, this said the only person that comes off worse than Eva Marie is Ariane. Well, she's better known on TV as Cameron. And sources in WWE says Cameron's an idiot, but everybody in the company already knows that, so that's nothing new. They know about Eva Marie is. So this is a story that went on about the Total Diva thing. It says one thing that was real on the show, though, was the tears by Eva Marie when she was sent to Stephanie McMahon's office. Well, anyway, the storyline where Eva lied about her dance background in hopes that she was going to be chosen as Fandango's dancer was fake. But when they started putting the show together, they got word that while Stephanie was always super busy on Monday, that she would take time, if they could come up with some sort of a good storyline for the show. So anyway, here's what went on. Eva Marie went to Stephanie's office with the idea that she'd done something really bad, and Stephanie is pissed at her. Stephanie was in character the whole time, but Eva, she didn't know that, which is why they got real tears on TV. Some WWE talent were laughing at the storyline, since it was almost impossible to get any time with Stephanie on a Monday, and but it was played up on the Total Divas like there was no problem. So now we got that out there, we need to watch the show and see what really happened there. Speaking of wrestling, I think we were, WrestlingDVDnews.com, they've confirmed that the Money in the Bank anthology that comes out in this coming October is going to be featuring both Money in the Bank ladder matches from this year. And as noted before, WWE recently released Alberto Del Rio's brother from his developmental contract memo. His real last name is Rodriguez. Go figure. Anyway, he's going to be working the WWL promotions under the name of El Hijo del Cosqueras. So anyway, they also signed his cousin, who was also signed at one point to a developmental deal. So I don't know what's going on down there. They're not serious about it or what. WWE taped the following matches for tonight's SmackDown. No spoilers. You don't have to skip it by. RVD taking on Rob Van Dam. Yeah, that's true. Taking on himself. RVD taking on Randy Orton. Fandango taking on Kofi Kingston. Daniel Bryan taking on Wade Barrett. Kane taking on I should start this over, shouldn't I? Kane taking on 3MB in a handicap match. And Christian taking on Alberto in a non-title match, so bet me, we know who's going to win on that one. Sin Cara, he was backstage at the July 19th CMLL show arena in Mexico. Cara's family is also there visiting friends in the promotion. This is the first time Cara has been back in the Mexico arena since signing with WWE. He was only backstage and never appeared in front of the crowd. CMLL had previously banned him from ever appearing in the building when he left the promotion. It's called poor sportsmanship on their part. Hey, Diamond Dallas Page, Jake Roberts, Chris Masters, Tatanka, looks like Hurricane Helms, Headbangers, Karma, Shane Douglas, Sonny, Lanny Poffo, Mr. Hughes, Tara Ahmed Johnson's all going to be appearing at the Hero and Legends 2 August 30th in Fort Wayne, Indiana at Parkview Field. Fan Fest begins around 2 o'clock, and the wrestling show starts around 7:30. Don't know who's wrestling. I bet it's not those guys. You know what they need to do with Lanny Poffo and Randy Savage and their dad, Angelo Poffo? Lanny says that Randy wants all whole family go into the WWE Hall of Fame, not just him by himself. He said that's what Randy wanted. That's why they can't do it, because they're not getting permission from the family to be able to put Randy in the Hall of Fame. Here's what to do. Get your big star for this year's Hall of Fame. I don't know who it's going to be. It could be Warrior. It could be whatever. I wouldn't put Warrior and Savage into the same group. But do Warrior, do Dr. Death, Steve Williams, things like that. And then say, okay, we're going to put Lanny Poffo in there. Because he was a genius. He was there in pretty much the beginning with WWE. Went under all kinds of names and stuff. So anyway, put him in there. Get that out of the way. And then after that, and now I would think he would not say, no, I don't want to go in by myself. I want the whole family. I don't think he'll do that. I think he'd just put him in there, and then next year do, put him and his dad in there. Put them in there, just those two together, and then maybe next year do Macho Man, if that would work. All right, I'm off of that. Wrestling fan John Finnegan, he's been keeping track of all U.S. pro wrestler records for TV and pay-per-view matches. He probably don't have nothing to do. And when Mark Henry beat Ryback on last week's Raw, it was Henry's 100th win since Finnegan started keeping track back in November 2006. Henry is the 9th guy to have 100 wins, TV wins. In that time period, with Punk, Cena, Orton, Sheamus, Kane, Hardy, Kingston, and Big Show also in that group. The Miz now has 96 wins, while Alberto and Ziggler each have 95. I know you've been worried and wondering about that, so if you want to keep track now on yourself, go ahead. I'm not. And WWE Hall of Famer Harley Race, he dislocated his hip in a fall this week. The hip wasn't broken, but Harley had to have have it reset, and is now in a lot of pain, causing him to cancel a lot of appearances, I guess. Noted also earlier in the week, the Wrestling Observer reported Tyson Kidd scheduled to return September. Kidd responded to this report on Twitter. He said, apparently I'm coming back in September. He said, I really hope my knee is listening to the journalists on the internet. And he says, workhorse. Vince McMahon posted a link to an AP story on the WWE Performance Center on his Twitter account and wrote the following. He says, the entry to WWE goes through our new WWE Performance Center. All athletes from all walks of life are welcome to try it out and bring money. Well, he didn't say that, but I'm telling you, bring some money. It ain't free. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.